35 utterly mind-boggling facts. According to Reddit, number 35, Saudi Arabia imports sand and camels from Australia. Can you believe that? Number 34, as of 4 years ago, vacant homes in the US outnumber the homeless 22 to 1. Sounds about right. You gotta pay to live in that house, baby. 22 to 1. Jesus Christ.
No, I don't. I guess you can't, you can't put it out there that you're squatting in these homes, but I'm sure people are squatting in them.
Yeah, but not all of the homeless people just have an app to tell them where the vacant houses are. Number 33. Cleopatra lived closer to today than the time the pyramids were built. Wow. Also, Oxford University was founded before the Aztec Empire. Well, there you go. Half of the little kids listening to this were like, pyramids, Cleopatra, Oxford, Aztec Empire. What the fuck is this? You better get to the cool ones, the BuzzFeed ones. Number 32. If you count how many times a cricket chirps in 15 seconds and add 37, you get the temperature, Fahrenheit. That's fucking cool.
Wait, the temperature of the cricket while he's doing that?
No, the temperature of what it is. If you count how many times a cricket chirps in 15 seconds and add 37, you get the temperature, Fahrenheit, which means crickets chirp according to the temperature.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Like the intervals at which a cricket chirps is
depending on how cold or hot it is outside.
That's ridiculous. I had no idea. Somebody says, okay, now is for real, or I am bamboozled. Man, this comment broke my brain. Okay, now, is this for real, or am I bamboozled? And then the guy said, I read it on the back of a Snapple cap. Snapple caps are like comments on the internet. Can't be in print if it's not true. Look, is it true? Is it true?
You and your childlike wonder, just believe. Just believe. Let me have this one. I want to believe.
Cricket chirp thermometer.
It's got a Snopes page.
It's true. Cricket chirps by rubbing their wings or legs over each other. Cool. Says then adding 38 to the number to achieve the current temperature. That's insane. That's insane.
It said 37, not 38.
They were probably just rounding. Each side is probably rounding. It's probably like 37.5. And this one's like, it's just 37. And they're like, it's just 38. Why can't we all just get along? Number 31. That if sound waves could travel through space, the sun burning would sound as loud as a chainsaw at about 10 meters. Jesus Christ. That's fucking scary. That if sound could travel through space, the sun burning would sound as loud as a chainsaw at about 10 meters. Someone else responds, you might be interested to know that NASA put out a collection entitled Symphonies of Planets, in which they used electromagnetic recordings from Voyagers 1 and 2 to create each track. Granted, what you're hearing is downsampling of electromagnetic waves that are normally well outside our ability to hear, but it's still really awesome. And here it is.
The sounds Saturn makes are really, really spooky. That's the only one I've heard.
Sounds like a track that they play behind a creepypasta reader. Some kind of fuckboy for a living. And then the man had his face eaten by the cat because he died, but the cat lived. You don't know that reference. They died. Number 30. Cicadas.
I heard a lot of stories of people dying and their pets eating them.
You're an idiot. Cicadas. Stripes. Number 30. Cicadas. Last night I did this story about a man who died. Everybody died. It was pretty good. Number 30. Cicadas live underground for several years and emerge only to reproduce. What's the thing in Harry Potter? not the Reapers. What are they called?
You're asking the wrong person.
Come on, the things in Harry Potter, the Dementors. I heard that when they came out to reproduce them, the mist was actually a byproduct of them reproducing. It was the scariest thing in the world. The number of years they take to come above ground is mostly a prime number. Each species has its own prime number of years that they stay underground. I don't care.
Why? This is like the real life equivalent of your Harry Potter thing.
The reason to be a prime number is that if it reduces drastically the number of chances that two different species will meet above ground in the same year and crossbreed, which would weaken the gene of both species. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Number 29. Senator Daniel Inouye literally lived out every overdone action movie trope. Are you kidding me?
How? What did he do?
It says he was promoted to sergeant within the first year, and he was assigned as a platoon sergeant. He served in Italy 1944 during the Rome-Arno campaign, before his regiment was transferred to the Vosges Mountains region of France, where he spent 2 weeks in the battle to relieve the Lost Battalion, a battalion of the 141st Infantry Regiment, that was surrounded by German forces. He was promoted to the second lieutenant for his actions there. At one point, while he was leading an attack, a shot struck him in the chest directly above his heart, but the bullet was stopped by $2 silver. He happened to be stacked in his shirt pocket. He continued to carry the coins throughout the war in his shirt pocket as a good luck charm until he lost them shortly before the battle, in which he lost his arm. Damn. On April 21st, 1945, he was grievously wounded while leading an assault on a heavily defended ridge near San Terenzo in Tuscany, Italy, called the Colle Mosteo. This is killing me. The ridge served as a strong point of the German fortifications known as the Gothic Line, the last and most unyielding line of German defensive works in Italy. As he led the platoon into a flanking maneuver, 3 German machine guns opened fire and covered positions 40 yards away, pinning his men to the ground. He stood up to attack and was shot in the stomach. Ignoring his wound, he proceeded to attack and destroy the first machine gun nest with hand grenades and his Thompson submachine gun. When informed of the severity of his wound, he refused treatment and rallied his men for an attack on the second machine gun position, which he successfully destroyed before collapsing from blood loss. As his squad distracted the third machine gunner, he crawled toward the final bunker, coming within 10 yards. As he raised himself up and cocked his arm to throw a grenade, a German soldier inside the bunker fired a rifle grenade, which struck his right elbow, nearly severing most of his arm and leaving his prime grenade reflexively clenched in a fist that suddenly didn't belong to me anymore. His horrified soldiers moved to his aid, but he shouted for them to keep back for fear of his severed fist would involuntarily reflex and drop the grenade. While the German inside the bunker reloaded his rifle, Inouye pried the live grenade from his useless right hand. Stripes, the severed hand, transferred it to his left as the enemy soldier aimed his rifle at him and tossed the grenade into the bunker and destroyed it. He stumbled to his feet and continued forward, silencing the last German resistance with a one-handed burst from his Thompson before being wounded in the leg and tumbling unconscious to the bottom ridge. He awoke to see the worried men of his platoon hovering over him. His only comment before being carried away was to order them back to their positions, saying nobody called off the war. The remainder of his mutilated right arm was later amputated at a field hospital without anesthesia. Nigga, what the fuck? Somebody said you'd laugh if you saw that in a movie. It's ridiculous. with a legend. You just put some music behind him, like he's just like, Jesus Christ. Number 28, man.
Is there a name?
His name is Daniel Inouye, Inouye, and you can find him. Wow. Number 28 says there is more bacteria living inside a single person's digestive system than the number of human beings who have ever existed in history. Oh yeah, baby. You want some of this bacteria, girl? Just come sit on Kael's lap. Sit on daddy's lap.
Send nudes,
baby,
please.
on daddy's lap. Why you gotta make it vulgar? Hey, stripes. But what happened about a married person's digestive system? They're dead on the inside. Haha. Reddit. Number 27. When you speak inside your mind, small muscles in your throat mimic the formation of each word.
Okay. I'm sorry, a lot of what you're saying is a bit jolted. I think it's a Skype call, but I'm reading along. So I know what you're saying.
Shut up. I was testing if when I talk in my mind, my throat is mimicking the word, but I can't feel it. Somebody says that this is called subvocalization, and a couple of people, maybe NASA or US military, are actually trying to build a machine that would detect the muscle movements and transcribe them into words. I believe they already have a very basic prototype. So in a few decades, maybe they will in a way be able to read minds based on what we're fucking thinking because of the subvocalizations. That's fucking crazy. When we think it in our head, our throat kind of do it. So if you read the throat, then you can poop it too. Go on and walk it out. I'm sorry, Kyle, shut up, man. Come on. Number 26, people have graffitied their dicks. Oh no, not graffitied their dicks. They have graffitied dicks onto the Great Wall of China that have existed for longer than the USA. That's amazing.
It's a really old joke.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, well, hey, it's to the test of time. You know, Bing bong. You know what I mean? Bing bong.
Finally, the Bing bong is warranted. You did it.
Well, you think I was just going to keep doing it until one day it's relevant? I can go more relevant until then I'll retire it when it gets as relevant as it could be. 2,500-year-old erotic graffiti found in an unlikely setting on the island, chiseled into the outcrops of the Dolomite limestone that dot the cape. Ooh, forgive me. The inscriptions have provided invaluable insight into the private lives of those who inhabited archaic and classical Greece. One believed to have been carved in the mid-6th century BC proclaimed Nikasitimos was the mounting Timiona. Two penises engraved into limestone beneath the name of Dion and dating to the 5th century were also discovered at lower heights of the cape. They would seem to allude to similar behavior on the part of monkey balls. Somebody said man has been drawing dicks on stuffs for thousands of years.
I thought the link, the highlighted link was a picture. No, is it?
No. You dying for a picture of dicks?
No.
No. But my body wants pictures of dicks. Number 25. I don't see nothing wrong with graffiti of a dick with graffiti. I don't see nothing wrong. Number 25. The rate of concussions is higher in women's college soccer than it is in men's college football.
That's terrifying to think about.
Well, that's how these women get their rocks off. This is like an outlet for them. They've just been waiting. I don't think there's probably... Do you think that there's a sport for women that has women angrier than soccer? Get real. Women get pretty mad in pretty much everything they do. Basketball, volleyball, but it can't top soccer. Soccer's got to have the angriest women playing that sport.
Is that why they're softball?
Roller derby girls get pretty mad too, huh?
Oh my god! I forget that roller derby is actually a sport.
The thing is, and roller derby is so accessible to dykes who just want to beat up other women. Do you think that there's a place where, like, wannabe tough girls can, get into fights with guys, like a fight club, right? But it's like dudes in the fight club, and then like you want to be a man. You want to be a man. Shut up, Kyle.
I want to know more
Where's
about
this going? What?
the roller derby counterculture.
Number 24. Eels actually have 2 jaws. Well, bam. The first being like a normal jaw.
Right. They look like aliens. They really do look like aliens. They have a second jaw that just juts out.
I know you know about animals and can't contain yourself. Furry.
That's not true.
Fucking put you in a roller derby game and see what you come out looking like, okay?
I mean, I can roller skate.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Number 24. Eels actually have 2 jaws. The first being like a normal jaw, the second being hidden in their throat. The secondary jaw lunges forward when the eel bites down on prey. Oh my god. And bites on the piece within the mouth and bites a chunk out of it, pulling it down the throat. Think about the alien in the movie Alien. The secondary mini mouth they use is based off of an eel's anatomy. That's pretty interesting. When the jaws open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's amore. When the jaws open wide and there's more jaws inside, that's amore.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god. When it looks like the snake, but it lives in the leg, that's amore. 23. The humans almost went extinct 75,000 years ago. Total population dropped to around 15,000, destroying much of your genetic diversity.
I like to think I'm genetically diverse. Like, I'm not like your other girls that lack diversity in culture, okay? Like, I spend a lot of time browsing Tumblr and Twitter. That's like 2 sites, you know? Sometimes I get on YouTube. Wow.
What I was gonna say, I said that I'm pretty sure we've come close to extinction more than a handful of times.
Because of humans. Number 22. Male Irish mummies are often found with nipple mutilations, leading many experts to believe Irish leaders may have worn nipple rings, as kissing a king's nipple was believed to be a sign of respect. Hey, you think we can get these people to kiss my nipples? Somebody said they're called the daddies.
Male Irish mummies.
Male Irish mummies. Number 21. T-Rexes lived closer to a live Miley Cyrus concert than they did to a Stegosaurus. In my brain, I don't know why I just imagined all of the dinosaurs living together, but I guess like some of them existed before others. So I guess it does make me think. Number 20, ants stretch. It is completely believable and hardly surprising, but think about that tiny little thing just stretching away. Ants stretch.
I don't know why this is here.
I guess it's something that many of us didn't think about, 19. Barcode scanners read the white bars, not the black bars. Yeah, I know that. Somebody says, what? Yeah, no, dude, they do. Trust me. Somebody said, I don't know why, but this just made me so mad. Well, how does it make you mad? It's reading the white bars. Guys, think about it. It's just separation. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Number 18. Crocodiles are essentially immortal and die not through old age, but because they become so large that feeding them sufficiently becomes too monotonous a task, and they starve to death.
Oh.
I bet a lot of people didn't know that. I
didn't know that.
You should know this, because I've told you this before. Nothing scarier than the depths of the ocean that we have not yet explored properly. where the
Okay,
light can't
why-
reach. And
I
here's
just know
why.
crocodiles don't live in the ocean.
Listen. I'm not just talking about crocs and alligators, man. I'm talking about honestly some Jurassic tier shit. I believe that there is a lizard, much like a croc or an alligator, down there that's way bigger than the size of like a bus. Do you get what I'm saying? And because they're down there and there's other shit for it to eat down there, it can live and it can thrive. Now, I'm not scared of it coming up on water on land and killing people and shit like this, but I'm just saying there's probably shit down there that's been able to make it. You know what I mean? Especially based on the fact that shit like crocs don't die. Jellyfish and other shit like this, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, hey, we just keep it going. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck you mean you just keep it going?
Jellyfish aren't
creepy.
animals. They're more like giant cells, really.
I'm not talking about whether or not they're animals. I'm
So,
just
wait,
saying
do you imagine more like a
lifestyle wise, like
Bessie?
looking at a crab and shit like this. Do you know what I mean? How they can just keep it going and regenerate themselves like a Namekian. You know what I mean? You know shit about Namekians, Stripes?
No.
Exactly. So just shut your hell up.
Is that a Dragon Ball Z thing?
Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. I ain't here to educate your ass. I ain't here to educate your ass. Number 17. The number 15 largest ships create more pollution. Oh no, the 15 largest ships create more pollution than every car on the planet combined. Wow. Somebody said, what the fuck? Somebody said, by no means an expert, but I would hope that those ships, oh boy, yield extreme economies of scale and still emit less pollution than a couple hundred or 1,000 smaller ships carrying equivalent cargo, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, man. Number 16. The Hubble telescope allows us to look back billions of years into the past.
Oh yeah, because stars are just like explosions that happened thousands of years ago.
You don't know that.
I do.
Our sun's star is a star and it's not an explosion that happened thousands of years ago. So correct yourself.
Sorry, everything but the sun.
Everything but the sun? You can't say that. There are other suns. Look. Jesus Christ. God, look. Light takes time to travel. Okay?
I get it.
You could be standing like a couple blocks down from me and I could switch a light on and switch it off. And by the time that you see it go off, I would have turned it off a long time ago. Meaning, you could look down the street, see that light, but at the time, at that very moment, the light is off. It just takes time to travel, just like sound. But with enough distance, it takes light time to travel. So we can very much, in theory, be looking up at stars in the sky that have long since gone out. But because it takes time to travel, we're looking into the past. You understand? So the Hubble telescope, because it's that badass of a telescope looking way far away, it's looking into the past, billions of years. But yeah, you're technically right in certain aspects, but it was bullshit the way that you delivered it.
I just wanted to piss you off.
Man, I'm just gonna be me tuning you out. Stop. 15, everything except the sun. Hey, what's that? Saturn? Yup, an explosion happened a long time ago. You know? All those rings, mini explosions. Number 15. In the mid 1880s, aluminum was more valuable than gold. Now we use it expandably to wrap food.
Oh.
It's crazy that aluminum was more valuable than gold.
Well, I guess it's the new commodity, so it makes sense it'll be valuable for a while, but shit. Maybe you'd be wrapping your food in gold instead.
Interesting. Number 14. Giraffes and humans possess the same amount of neck bones. The same. Well, they're
I
bigger.
knew that.
They're bigger, though.
Yeah, of course they're bigger. They gotta be. It's just scaled differently.
Somebody said Somebody responds, so it's easier to break a giraffe's neck. This goes great with my plan. What? Somebody's like, what the fuck is your plan? I gotta start writing comments like that on shit. This goes great with my plan.
What? You're just gonna be malevolent all the time?
I don't like just invite a question. I really want to go walking soon. That's why this list has to be short. I'm sorry, everybody, but Kyle's a fat guy. Need to get rid of the bitch tits. Okay, let me see. Let me type that in as a new bitch tit reduction. Yeah.
Why not bitch tits be gone?
Because that's lame. You know, that sounds like some kind of fucking, television infomercial product. You know? Bitch tits be gone. Is it like a spray, Stripes?
Why don't you market it to me? Well, I can't buy it.
It'd sound like, yeah, you're a little girl. You can't buy shit. You got your mommy's credit card in here. Number 13.
I've got my own credit card. Thank you very much.
I have my own credit card. Bring me my zippy cup.
Number 13. School buses used to be orange before they changed them to yellow for visibility. Orange school buses. How many Coast Guard helicopters were mistaken for school buses before they made the change? What the fuck? So it's that school bus is coming in hot. It's in the sky. What the fuck? Jimmy, you were late for school. I was accidentally drafted into the Coast Guard. Obviously, it's supposed to say Coast Guard. What the fuck? Oh man, I don't get it. Number 12, man, the placebo effect can still happen when you know you're taking a placebo. Yeah, that's pretty scary, isn't it? That's pretty scary, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that your body can resolve its own problems if it thinks it's got the right stuff.
It's got the right stuff. Oh, Wonder Pets. Wonder Pets. We're on our way to take a damn placebo and save our bodies. We're not too big and we're not too tough, but if we take this placebo, our erection will last enough time to bang these other... Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Continue.
Can you placebo an animal? Is what I'm wondering.
Do you think that we can trick the animal into going, no, this pill is for your own good, and then the animal goes, okay. And then you're an idiot. you're a fucking idiot. I'm not laughing with you. I'm so done, man. Level 11, number 11. There are more atoms in a teaspoon of water. You're a nightmare. There are more atoms in a teaspoon of water than there are teaspoons of water in the Atlantic, okay? She's such a fucking hyena, dude. Similarly, what does any of this matter? Here's the whole joke from Reddit. There are more atoms in a teaspoon of water than there are teaspoons in water in the Atlantic. Get it? Because the atoms are just chocked full of atoms in there. Somebody else says, similarly, there are more molecules of air in one's breath than there are breaths in the atmosphere. Brilliant. That means every breath you take probably contains at least one molecule of Newton's last breath. Weird.
Look.
And one of Hitler's farts. And then somebody commented, that bastard is still gassing people. And then an edit that's longer than his actual comment. Wow, it would be a Hitler comment that becomes my top comment of all time. I'd like to thank my dog, you idiot. Number 10, the swimming pool on board the Titanic is still full. Come on, guys. That's just rude. Oh boy, come on, guys. Number 9, the longest piece of literature in English language is 3.5 million words long and counting. It is written by a 21-year-old guy in Arizona and is a fan fiction of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's over 4 million now.
What fan fiction is it? What's it called?
No, it's called Who Gives a Fuck? Some man is writing a fucking 4 million word long fan fiction to Super Smash Brothers Brawl, a video game for Nintendo GameCube? Come on. What the fuck? Number 8's been deleted. Brilliant. Somebody else responds, I'm not a scientist, but it seems like a bad evolutionary design. He said squids have donut-shaped brains with intestines in the middle. Intestines? Because of this, if they eat too much, they can get brain damage.
Ooh.
Wow. Squids have donut-shaped
so sad to think
brains?
about.
That's stupid. Why did he delete it? Is it not true? Why did he delete it?
Maybe it's not true.
Do squid have donut-shaped brain? Squid have a donut-shaped brain and be big news. Type of that over here. Google say, today I found out the colossal squid, which is largest known squid in terms of mass on Earth, has donut-shaped brain with their esophagus running through the hole in the center. Jesus Christ.
That's pretty gross.
Pretty gross. Pretty mind-boggling. Welcome to the Kyle. I'm kidding. I need to get out and walk while it's still overcast. I bet you by the time I get out and want to walk and put my stupid little Fitbit on, whip on my Pokemon Go app, it's going to be all like, and here's the sun, ladies and gentlemen. And the sun comes out from the clouds and it's like,
Oh my god, it's time to make my debut. And I shine upon you. I'm an explosion that happened billions of years ago. Billions.
Number 7. The
You've
most
got plenty of melancholy. That's not the word.
melancholy. I'm gonna make a melancholy on the surface of the sun. Try to get it to cool down. You know what I mean? Try to get the sun guy to calm guy. The most successful sniper in the history of Western civilization was likely Simo Haija of Finland during the Winter War of 1939 to 1940. When the Russians invaded, Haija set himself up in a tree in below freezing temperatures, -4 degrees Fahrenheit, -40. Oh, to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, armed with only 2 weapons. Okay. And he started killing Russians. Lots and lots of Russians. Okay. A man sniped a bunch of people. We want a number. At the end of his career, he had 505 confirmed kills, and it is estimated that he have killed at least 300 more soldiers. Damn, son. That's an impressive kill-death ratio. That's a pretty high KD, brah. Wow, he did this with iron sights. Oh my god. Somebody said that server specifically said no camping, but does anyone ever listen? Was looking for the video game reference. Number 6, Olympus Mons on Mars, the tallest known mountain in the solar system, is so large at its base that an observer on its peak wouldn't know he was standing on a mountain because its slope would be obscured by the curvature of the planet itself. That's difficult to think about properly.
I don't find myself caring.
That's difficult to think about properly, but it is interesting. It's so tall that it has a 5-mile-high sheer cliff at its base. Imagine looking at a solid wall that's roughly the height of Mount Everest, and that's just at the bottom. Wow. Wow, guys. Number 5. In World War II, an American airman by the name of Alan McGee survived a free fall from 22,000 feet without a parachute. And he was a prisoner of war for 2 years? That sucks. How did he do this? In 1943, he was in a B-17 making a bomb run over France when the plane's wing was shot off by German soldiers. As the plane entered a spin, he leapt out without a parachute and immediately lost consciousness from the altitude. After falling 4 miles, he crashed through the glass ceiling, at a railroad station onto the floor below, where he was captured as a prisoner of war. He suffered almost 30 shrapnel wounds, severe broken nose, severe damage to his nose, eyes, lungs, kidneys, and his right arm was nearly severed off. His captors treated him back to health. To make him a prisoner of war? What a world.
Well, I guess he needs to mine coal somehow. If he's not well enough, what use is he to them? You can't have a sick slave.
Number 4, Betelgeuse is the 31st biggest star we know in our universe. Betelgeuse. It's the 31st biggest star. It is so big that if you replaced our sun and put Betelgeuse in our spot, Betelgeuse would almost reach Jupiter's orbit. That seems pretty impressive. But do you know where Jupiter is in response to
I think it's like the 7th planet. I think it's 7.
Number 3. France was still executing people by guillotine during the first Star Wars movie. And for people who don't know what the guillotine is, that's basically just like a big blade that they would drop on people's heads. If you've ever played Skyrim, that's how it starts, with people being executed by guillotine. It's a big blade drops, and it beheads people. Pretty gruesome stuff.
What was the last recorded guillotine public execution?
I don't fucking know.
Well, it says right there, the 70s, I guess. Or maybe well into the 70s.
Number 2. There are roughly 200 corpses on Mount Everest that are used as waypoints for climbers. Oh yeah. Take a left at Mr. Bones. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild hike. Hell no. Number 1. Despite what you see on the news, we are actually living in the safest time in all of human history. Well, yeah, the wars ain't popping off, baby. Somebody else said, if you stop watching the news, you realize how 99% of the stuff doesn't affect you. Hold on. Great, that was a failed attempt to mute the microphone in fucking time. It's not funny. I'm just tired of God. It goes my way. The response reads, how do you think I live in harmony every day? It's Anyata's friend. He lives in harmony. Okay, guys, sorry. I don't know. I want to go on a ride. Got interrupted. Hopefully I can just combine 2 clips into one video. So if you noticed a jump between 4 and 3, it wasn't just you. It was me having to stop and then try to resume and hope that we can connect the 2 in YouTube. I hope you're having
just let him believe there was some kind of time warp going on?
Yeah, and they lost time and they were actually abducted by aliens, right, Stripes?
Mm-hmm.
They were taken to a distant star that if we were to look towards the direction of that star, it probably wouldn't even be there anymore, because this happened billions of years ago. I don't know. My birthday's coming up, so I don't know. I was thinking about killing myself. I don't know. What happened?
Are any of those tabs safe to click?
I don't know. Only one way to find out, huh? Only one way to find out. Just kidding. Guys, you have a great day. Take it easy. I'll get a hold of you later. I just don't know if I was looking at this one game with Stripes because Funhouse was playing it.
Astroneers.
What's it called?
Astroneers or something.
Astroneers. And to be completely honest, I was like, I don't know why Stripes and I don't just play Minecraft, because Stripes has never played Minecraft. And I don't know. Minecraft, my channel. That's the last thing my channel.
We'd still be spending around $50 anyway to get us both equipped with this game. With either game.
The thing is, I know Minecraft. I like to think that Minecraft would have more than this
offer.
early access
Well, of
game does
course.
right now, but it's really about whether or not anybody's in the mood to watch Minecraft, because that hasn't been done a billion
It
times.
doesn't have to be a stream. It can just be a you and me thing. Not every aspect of your life has to be on your YouTube channel, you know.
No, I'm putting it on YouTube. What's the point? What's the point if I can't make any money off of it, even if it's like 2 cents coming back at me? Ah, yeah, baby. Well, see you guys soon. I got a project rolling down the pipes with a content creator by the name of Bedhead Bernie, who makes animation videos. So look out for that in the future. It's coming. I'm going on a goddamn
That's a
walk.
bit misleading.
What?
That's a bit misleading. You make it seem like he does animation himself, but actually he just talks about animation.
Is that right?
Well, you gotta be careful with your phrasing. You don't want to get.
Why don't you be careful with shutting the hell up, Stripples?
You want to see a sad cat?
Do I want to see a sad cat?
Yeah.
And that's where we end the video, guys. Love you. Later.